I'm definitely proud, to get the win on the road. It's not an easy task to go on the road and play a tough opponent in LSU and get a victory. So we definitely got to appreciate the win, number one. Number two, I appreciate, the guys, how hard they work during the week to be prepared for this tough opponent. And number three, just our goal going into this week was to win. Despite anything, whether it was a home game, away game, was to win. So I'm proud of the guys for their grit, the determination, and all the guys collectively coming together as a one unit.
Jalen, if your team plays like this, offense, defense, what's the sky's the limit? How far can this team go with the back end?
So we have to separate our minds into being hungry and starving. We want guys that's starving in our locker room that constantly want to get better, constantly want to do what's best for the team. I think what's the best thing about our football team right now, what we did today, was we complemented each other. Defense and offense just clicking as a whole and just trying to just do what's best for the team. I think that's so important. And guys, stepping up in great roles today and just everyone just clicking on all cylinders. I think that's so important as we move forward. Just we complement each other from the offense, defense, and then special teams.
Kalen called your running ability a superpower. When you're clicking like that, is there a feeling of almost invincibility when you're out there?
Yeah, going into this week, Coach Sheridan was definitely coached me hard this week, just pushing the pocket, attacking all areas of the game, whether it's passing game, run game. Just being my best me and just doing what the play call asks of me. Just being a point guard with the football, whether distributing to our playmakers, using my legs. Just doing what the defense gave. And so I think that was just evident into the performance today, which is just taking what the defense gave.
At what point do you realize that Tiger's game was like half? At what point was that?
So they say don't look in the stadium, don't look in the scoreboard. But I think it was more important to just see the guys constantly just competing on offense. I think what we try to do is just make the other team tap out. Just not worry about external factor, which is the stadium and what's around us. Just more like, how can we just continue to go on the path of going 1-0, attacking the opponent, and just making them surrender at the end of the day. And I think that's so important for us moving forward, just having that mindset. Despite it's a home game, away game, no matter who the opponent is, that's the mission going into the game.
Jalen, talk about your T-shirt. You got Bryce Young on there. Obviously, you played with him, so just talk about the T-shirt.
Yeah. So last week, the Panthers got the win against the Saints. I wanted to represent him this week. That's my guy. Always will be my guy, and I'm pushing for him. So I wanted to represent him this week.
Jalen, 2 years ago, they stormed the field here and had a party at your guys' expense. Tonight, building's practically empty going into the fourth quarter, and you're dancing in the student section. Personally, how satisfying is that for you and your teammates?
Forgive, never forget. I think that's something that we do as a football team. You're going to have losses, you're going to have wins, and all your losses can turn to a lesson, right? And just try to really look internally at what we need to do so that we can be our best us. And, preparing against these guys, they're a tough team. Offensively, defensively, they're really good offense, physical defense, a great defensive coordinator. So it was all about preparing the right way and doing what was required with our game plan and just attacking them in all cylinders, because I think that was going to be so important when we approach them this weekend.
How much confidence did last year's performance against LSU give you heading into this one?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is to just reflect and build. Most importantly, having film to reflect on with playing them last year and just seeing what was our strength, what was our weaknesses, and narrowing into those categories allowed, just the game plan to be so smoothly this year. And I just got to apply our offensive line. I got to apply Tyler Booker, how he practiced, how he uplifted guys. It's two areas of leadership, being a lifter and a puller. And Tyler Booker displays that each and every week that he practices, and he got the offensive line clicking in all cylinders. And then collectively, our running back room running hard, playing physical, being utilized all areas of the football field. So it was definitely a team win when it comes to our offense.
You broke Jalen Hurts' rushing record for a quarterback, rushing touchdowns for a quarterback. As a Texas kid, just what does that mean to you to set that record over another Texas?
Sorry, Jalen. But I just gotta thank Coach Sheridan, thank Coach DeBoer for the opportunity to play quarterback at the University of Alabama. I want to thank the state of Alabama for allowing me to play quarterback for a great university. I think it's greater than me. I played for the last name on my back for the script A and the guys that's in the locker room. So I take a lot of pride with being an Alabama quarterback, and each Saturday I take the field. I'm going to do my best and just try to do what's best for the football team and our offense.
It seemed like you had a lot of success tonight running behind the running backs blocking for you. Just how big were Jamin Justice setting up some of those runs for you?
Trust. And what I always remember is preparation, and that's a play that we rep so many times where I thought I did it right, we repped it again and again, just showing that just trusting the backs, just trusting the path that it takes, being patient in the running game, and just understanding, our backs do a really good job when we utilize them all over the field, and they do a really good job preparing. And so I got to credit those guys because they work tremendously hard. They're very physical, and they attack the game plan each and every day that they have an opportunity to play running back.
How hard was it to throw in the rain in the first half?
Very difficult. Yeah, it's something that you don't expect going into a game, but it's all about how you refocus and go 1-0. Coach DeBoer talks about going 1-0 and really just attacking whatever the game plan is, whether the down and distance is. And so that's how we just shift the gear, just understanding what the external factor was with the rain, and just mastering whatever the game plan was once we got to the sideline and then on the field with the communication.
All right, thank you, Jalen.
Thanks, Jalen.